Hi Sagittarius, I'm Jude. Welcome to your weekly reading. Sagittarius, this is a reading for the week of the 21st of August. And to start with, we're going to look at what's been going on for you, what's the energy you've been in. Then we'll look at the week of the 21st, what the challenges might be, and what might be coming in to help you, Sagittarius. And if you do enjoy this, please like and subscribe. Thank you. I'm really grateful. So let's have a look. What's the energy you've been in? We've got the Six of Swords and we've got the Page of Swords. So lots of thinking's been going on here, Sagittarius, according to these cards. The Six of Swords would suggest that you're moving on. It's like you're leaving something behind, a bit of a troubling time, either emotionally or in your thinking, something where there's been a bit of conflict, a bit of a challenge, and it's like you're heading into calmer waters. It's like you've put your back to it now and you've moved away, moved on. And the Page of Swords would suggest there's news coming in, something you either hear or like you get an email or a phone call or something like that. Somebody says something to you here and there's news coming in, and I feel this is maybe just kind of arrived. All right, Sagittarius. So the week of the 21st of August, let's have a look at what the cards have got. Okay, now that's interesting because I will work with the cards that jump out and none are jumping out, which would maybe indicate there's maybe been a little bit of a pause of some sort, I feel, I want to say. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. The Lovers. There's big groups of cards that are kind of turning over, but it's like they're not coming out. So it feels like the energy's maybe, a bit challenging. Three of Swords in reverse and then the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like the thinking part's shifted here because we've got the emotions showing up here now. We've got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Now, for some of you, if you were single, this could be about a relationship coming in because after the Knight of Cups is the Lovers. So, or if you're already in an existing relationship, maybe there's a new energy, a new emotional energy coming forward here. But the Page of Cups says there's this new emotional energy. Maybe it's love showing up somewhere, somehow in your life. But also it could be you kind of going forward with something that's of a lot of emotional value to you. And the Lovers says, we've got a choice here. And I think I said it in one of the other YouTube readings the other day. It always feels like we've got a choice, doesn't it? But, that is what life does, doesn't it? It presents this ongoing series of choices. So, there is a choice here. But it's a positive choice. It's a choice you're making from a place of your free will, Sagittarius. Everything's kind of out in the open. It's like cards are on the table, and so you get to be in your truth and you're listening to this from a very open heart, soul connection. And it feels like there's an opportunity here with the Three of Swords in reverse to heal the thinking that's caused the pain. Which takes us back to those cards at the start where, I said you were moving on, you turned your back on a situation that had been maybe conflict. Here, perhaps somebody's come forward and there might be an apology showing here, and you then have a choice, Sagittarius, about whether you want to accept that or not. Because there's an opportunity to heal this thinking that's caused you all this grief and pain at the start. And I think with the Ace of Pentacles, this would be suggesting that you know your value, you know your worth, Sagittarius, and, it could be something of enormous value that's being offered to you here in this energy. It does feel like there's been a bit of a to-do at the start, like a bit of conflict somewhere, and you moved on, but then you've had news from someone, and it's like they've come forward with, I feel like it's wanting to bring a new emotional energy to something, and then you have a choice about whether you want to heal this. So the challenge is the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups talks about close friendships, joy, love, having a good time, but also that inner circle of trust. Now, because it's the challenge, that's what the cards are saying is where the challenge is sitting for you this week, Sagittarius. So it's like, how can you find your way back into this trust energy is what I'm hearing. It does feel, and I know these are general, so it's not going to relate for everyone because it feels like a very specific story. It feels like there's been a bit of a fight, you've moved on, then there's been contact, there's been this kind of offer of emotional, love or, wanting forgiveness or something like that, and you've got to choose and decide is what I can see in these cards. And it's an opportunity to do this healing. And it does feel like it carries enormous value to you. But your challenge is, I feel like it's like your challenge is, can you bring them into that inner circle again? Only you can decide that, Sagittarius. What will help you? Yeah, Seven of Swords. I'm going to put them... Oh, there's cards. Yeah, and it's this... It feels like it's not neat, is what I want to say. It feels sort of messy somehow. Seven of Swords, the Emperor, the Six of Wands. Yeah, okay, good. I feel like, yeah, one more. I was just about to say that. King of Cups, and underneath King of Wands, which is a very likely you, Sagittarius, because King of Wands is a fire sign energy, so Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. But the King of Wands is master of that energy, and you've also got the Emperor sitting here. So it's like you're in your power seat here, Sagittarius. So what will help you? And the Seven of Swords is an interesting card because if it's an internal process, it's about how we're thinking about something, whether we can move on, take what we've learnt and leave, take the lessons of this, work out how we can move away. But it also can talk about how we can compromise. And perhaps, you're not going to get everything in this that you would like, but maybe you'll get most of what you want. But it's interesting because that question was, what will help you work out whether you can return to that close emotional bond again? And only you can work that out, Sagittarius. I'm not going to suggest anything. You've got to figure that out. What I'm just seeing in these cards is like how you're thinking about this. Because the other part is, if this is about somebody else and their behaviour, it could be about someone, maybe you felt a little bit betrayed by somebody. There's a sense of someone had been perhaps a little bit underhanded around you somewhere, somehow, which might have been the original cause of this conflict. But the Emperor is like powering up, Sagittarius, because the Emperor is the amalgamation of all the kings here, and the Emperor likes to take control. He keeps his suit of armour on, so he's got his inner protection of his emotional energy. He's very wise, he's very grounded, he thinks it through very strategically, he's emotionally intelligent, he's grounded. So the Emperor is this sort of power-up feeling. Look, you could be dealing with an Aries, or you could be dealing with a father energy, or it could be you in a father energy. But my sense is it's what the energy of the card is, which is that I'm coming into my power, I'm taking control of this situation. Because you've also got the Six of Wands here, which is the card of victory and success. So this is a card that says you're feeling really good about this, Sagittarius, and it's like the winner's card. And an acknowledgement to you for your skills in how you've handled this, and it's like a leader's card as well. So you've got a few cards on the table that are talking about leadership here. And the King of Cups is that very strong emotional intelligence and balance, despite what emotional turbulence might be going on around. It's like the King of Cups goes, you know what, I'm the port in the storm, I'm keeping my cool here. So what will help you work this out is remembering who you are, like I feel, Sagittarius, and knowing your strength and who you are, and knowing your worth and your value as well, which of course you would, Sagittarius. So, but it's like you've got to work out whether you can trust, I feel, is what I can see in these cards. Remember, these are general, so they're not going to resonate for everyone. And, you know, you've got free will, so you decide what you do in your life. I'm just sharing what I can see in these particular cards. So the message from Spirit to close your reading out is the Six of Cups and the Three of Cups repeated. So there's a sense here with the Six of Cups of nostalgia of the past, of remembering the good times, I feel. And the Three of Cups is that beautiful energy of a couple of close friends that are in that inner circle of trust and happiness and joy. So it feels like it's sitting in and around an emotional issue somewhere for you this week, Sagittarius, is what I can see in these cards. I hope you have a beautiful week. Bye from me, and I'll see you next week.